Hello, everyone. Welcome today, and we're here at Audio Star Productions discussion group with Brendon Martinez.
What's up?
How we doing there, buddy?
Oh, can't complain. Doesn't do any good anyway.
Yeah. So you're a producer, songwriter, and a radio show host.
Radio show host and podcaster.
And podcaster.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So tell us a little bit about the music that you like to write and what you're going to be throwing at us here at Audio Star Productions.
So I've been playing rock and metal most of my life. So that's really what I'm used to and what my niche is. Over the past year or so, I've gotten my feet a little bit wet in the EDM and in the synthwave. Starting to grow an ear for that, but still my heart's where metal's at. So I'd eventually like to start writing more of that for the production side and maybe monetize that and see where it goes.
Awesome. We're looking forward to hearing some of that stuff. I remember we were working together in another program.
Yes.
Called Sync Academy with Jesse.
Mm-hmm. In which I'm still there at the moment.
Yeah.
They've got some good classes to offer, so I'm still sticking it out there and trying to learn what I can.
Education's a great thing. Jesse's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's got some good programs and tutorials to follow.
You could go down a rabbit hole at Sync Academy for sure, but you know what? It's all good stuff.
Right. So, how many years have you been producing metal music?
This is actually, I'm still in my first year.
First year of producing metal music?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. But you've been
first year producing either way. It all happened really quickly, actually.
Awesome. And what took you to wanting to write sync music?
To be honest, I just listened to all the music on TV and I wondered, how does one, sell your songs like that? Right. I did some research and throughout the years, kind of hit a roadblock with it. So gave up. And then one day I was playing a video game called Final Fantasy X-2. And there was one certain song in the game where the guy singing caught my ear and it sounded an awful lot like a guy that I went to Musicians Institute with. His name's Sean McPherson. And so I got a hold of him and I said, hey, this song on this game sounds a lot like you. He says, yeah, that's because it's me. And I said, how did you land that? And he said, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. He's also done the Devil May Cry games too.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, so it got me going back on it again, thinking, how can I do this? I want to make this a goal. And kept searching. Finally, I found Sync Academy and been there.
And that's where we met.
Yep.
Serious
have a network.
And you've been songwriting for a while, playing metal music on your guitar. How long have you been playing the guitar for?
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
Yeah, I don't dedicate myself as much to it as I should, but I enjoy it.
Hey, man, at least you're going. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to getting your music on the site here soon, and we'd like to introduce you here with this group. Anything that you would like to tell anyone in the group about writing and experiencing on the production side, the frustrations, anything to cope with any of that?
Just you never stop learning. You're like a white belt for life. And that's how I try to approach it. And just, I don't know everything. And if someone ever needs help, hey, I will help you as best as I can. But I'm really looking forward to working with everybody.
Right. That's excuse me, that's some great terminology right there. We always say that in the martial arts world, white belt for life. Doesn't matter what belt you're wearing. Hey, you could be on the top and end up at the bottom real quick.
Oh yeah.
I've seen it happen in many different kinds of worlds.
Oh, same here. I actually had a phone call today with a guy by the name of Ralph Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
He's a podcaster, radio disc jockey in New York, owns the Gas Digital Network. And he was telling me, always focus on what you're doing, focus what you can do to make it better. Mm-hmm. Look at now, and then make that your future. Just wanted to throw that in there.
That's some great input right there. As me as a songwriter, and I've been working on this audio engineering for years. And, you know, I'm always looking up for new ways to make my music sound clear, you know, not muddy, new ways to learn how to play the guitar better, the drums better, sing better. And, you know, you've got to focus on that and stay focused on that if that's your goal, is to be a, you know, a singer-songwriter producer. Mm-hmm. And self-promotion is a big thing when it comes to being your own producer. You know, you're the only one that's going to get it out there. You can't rely on anyone else, though you can build a good team. And that's what we're doing here. We're building a good songwriting team. Since we both play metal, we can definitely collaborate with the metal sounds there. And Tony, he likes to write ambient and orchestral music. So we might be able to use him for some of your ambient and orchestral sounds in your metal.
Oh, yeah. That's something I want to put on my list to eventually learn more.
Yeah.
I do some orchestral stuff on the side, but that's more really for fun.
Yeah, I've been learning a little bit of that orchestral music on you know, programming, and I'm really looking into actually learning how to play the violin.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've noticed when I'm recording orchestral or choir, exactly choir too at the most, like I'll listen to the choir samples and the samples will just not sound anything like something real. Mm-hmm. It's like I was doing a sampler the other day, and I just like, man, this sample on this one's just sounds so fake. And so's this other one. So you know what I did? I created my own choir. I brought my mom over, my sister over, and I sang the tenor and bass parts. And I was just like, here we go. We got a bass, tenor, soprano, and alto right there, all in one take. Then I put that fake sounding choir kind of behind it, and it made it sound kind of like it was real.
There you go. Nice.
So I think I really love to go real over fake, but sometimes utilizing the tools you've got can you know, not allow that. So if you don't have like a microphone to record things, but you do because you're a radio guy, you know, it could, you know, some people starting out right at the beginning, it could really mess with them in their productions. There was this another cat that I was watching a video on him, and he said, if I remember his name, I'll state it, but I'm going to say what he said. He said, you know what's going to get you the most licensable songs this year? Songs that you can play real instruments to.
There you go.
So, like, goes, there ain't going to be no, if you are trying to wash down your music with too much synth to it, they're just going to go, no, this is just too cheesy. It's got too much synth parts in it, and it's just too muddy with too many synths. So, my goal this year, buddy, is less is more. I think you're a big believer on that, because I've listened to a lot of your productions and the metal stuff.
Oh yeah, try to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Even kind of like with the MIDI guitar stuff. It sounds great, but I'd much rather play it.
Right.
Keeping it real. Literally.
I mean, some people love to grab those MIDI guitars because it's quicker for them for some reason, because they don't have to tune the guitar. They don't have to, you know, play the guitar riff correctly. They can just program it, make it sound like a guitar part kind of. And I, you know, I think it was you were talking about this the other day about how often do you practice your instrument,
Mm-hmm.
and how many people applied to that?
There was a couple, but not many.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows to see that a lot of people are into this for a quick put together.
I mean, it could be. I can't speak for them,
Yeah.
but I mean, I understand too. Time is money, and I'm
Okay.
not knocking it by any means. It's not for me, is all.
Right. I like, I would rather have a little bit of realism, and if it's just slightly off on tempo because it's real and you can't really
Mm-hmm.
fix it, I'd rather have it just somewhat slightly off because it's real versus something that's so fake and so on fake that it just sounds fake.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? That little bit of realism swing just it's so hard to replace that.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I get you.
Yeah. So on your tone, you got a pretty killer guitar tone. Talk to us about your guitar tone that you like to scope and how you scope it in the
Really, right now, it's things I've messed with in Logic presets just by watching, how some people do it on YouTube, experiment with that, and keep trying until you get the perfect one. And then I just pick something I like. Or it might even be what my ear likes that day. Because there was one tone I used for about 7 songs, and then all of a sudden I decided, hey, I want something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any areas in the EQ that you like to dump out that makes your guitar sound better?
Not necessarily, because I mean, like I said, it just goes by the day.
Mm-hmm.
Lately I've been trying to cut back on my mids, and I mean, I don't know why. It's just flavor of the month, I guess you could call it.
I know that the gain can kill your guitar tone easy.
Mm-hmm.
Too much gain can create too much feedback and too much distortion.
Mm-hmm. And that's something I have a nasty habit of doing.
Muddy things up. But I've never really heard any of that in your guitar tone,
Yeah, it was an older habit that I had, but I'm trying to work my way out of it.
Yeah.
Yep, everything to 11.
It sounds cool when it's by itself, but once you start double layering that thing or quadruple layering that guitar, it just sounds so nasty. It's just you're like, whoa, what the heck happened to the guitar? It's so muddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I usually double it, but no more than that.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on the guitar track you're putting down, because sometimes I'll quadruple it up if I need a thicker tone, but most of the time. But the hard part about that is once you start going more than a double, it's so hard to line up with because of latency. Latency can just be a killer sometimes, and you can't even hear the latency, and it can just record late slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you're on when you're playing it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, the latency sucked on that recording.
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen to me a couple times.
Yeah. So what kind of guitar you got rolling with?
Right now I've got a combination of a couple. I'm using a Kramer Night V, a Kramer Pariah. Back in my old band I was with, we were sponsored by Kramer, so I've picked up a collection of them. And then I have a Dean ML Dimebag Darrell Tribute.
Nice. I think you showed that one to me on a prior video to this one.
Yeah, so I usually use that one for my leads and then the Kramers for the rhythm.
Nice.
But I have altered the Kramers and put the Bill Lawrence 500 XL in it, like the Dean has. Heck
yeah. So is there anywhere that anyone can listen to some of the music that you might have out on like SoundCloud or something like that?
Yeah, right now, if you look me up on SoundCloud, It'll be under Brendon Martinez or Bwon669. That's BWON669. A few of my songs are up there, not all of them. A couple of what I got in the works right now. Some are older, some I want to go back and fix and redo.
Understandable, man. We all do that kind of work. I got an album I'm working on that's a multi-genre album.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going back and I'm going, man, what was I thinking when I recorded this bass part? Or, man, what was I thinking when I did the vocals?
But that's a natural thing, though. I hear that from a lot of musicians. They wish they could go back and fix something that they already recorded.
Yeah, us humans are just wanting perfection, but sometimes we just got to let it go.
Yeah. But where was I going with this? So I want to go back and redo some of them because they were kind of like my rookie songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
You'll hear a lot of off drum parts, things like that. But it's good to be able to point out your mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yes. Off drumming, more of a progressive off drumming, or just off drumming completely?
Off drumming completely. Inexperience.
I see you.
What used to take me about a month to lay down on a drum track, a whole month, and now I can get down in a day. So
that's awesome. Well, Brandon, it was great talking with you today.
Well, thanks for having me.
What's the name of that radio show you got going on?
So we've got the radio show called The Brendon and Kevin Show. You can listen to that on radiovegas.rocks, or you can find the Brendon and Kevin Show podcast on iTunes and Google Play Music.
Awesome. And you're writing all the theme music for it too, right?
Yes, I am. And everything's accessible from thebrendonandkevinshow.com.
Sweet. All right, Brendon, it's good to see you today.
Thank you.
Glad that we can collaborate here, and we're looking forward to getting some of your music uploaded at Audio Star Productions.
Can't wait. Sounds good.
All right.